So this video is a recap on solving basic simultaneous equations with two unknowns. So the first thing you have to do here with the first equation is to try to get rid of the fraction. So if anything is divided by 4, you need to multiply by 4 to get rid of it. You can see if you multiply everything by 4 here, you'll get rid of all the fractions in the bottom. So that's what we're going to do for the first line. So when we multiply it in, you can see the 4 divided by 4 is 1. So you're just going to be left with x minus 3. If 4 divided by 2 is 2, so it's going to be plus 2 multiplied by 5 minus y. And then the last one, 4 divided by 4 is 1, so you're just left with 1. So in order to simplify that one, it's going to be x minus 3 plus 10 minus 2y, and that is equal to 1. And then you need to get your x's to one side and numbers to the other, so it's going to be x minus 2y. You can see minus 3 plus 10 is plus 7, so if you take it over, it's going to be minus 7. So 1 minus 7 is minus 6. So that's the first equation simplified. We need to do the same thing to simplify the second one. Simplify the second one, you can see here if we multiply across by 6, it will get rid of the fractions in the bottom. 6 divided by 3 is 2, so it's going to be 2 by 2x minus 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3, so it's going to be minus 3 by y plus 3. And then finally 6 divided by 6 is 1, so you're just going to be left with minus 13 on that side. Then you need to multiply out your brackets, making sure you don't make any sign mistakes along the way. Oh, minus 13. And then the last thing to do is get your x's first, then your y's. Then you can see this part here is going to be minus 11 when we add these two together, so it's going to be plus 11 to this side. So then it's going to be left with minus 2. So then we have our first equation, and then our second equation, and then we're going to try to put the two of those together. So it's going to be x minus 2y is equal to minus 6, and then it's going to be 4x minus 3y is equal to minus 2. So then we need to try to either cancel the x's or the y's. I think most people would prefer if we cancel the x's here by multiplying across by minus 4. So then it's minus 4 by x is minus 4x plus 8y, and that is equal to plus 24. And then the second line just stays the same. So then we are left with adding lines together. We have 0x, they cancel each other out. 5y is equal to 22. Divided by y on both sides, so divided by 5 on both sides, so y is equal to 22 over 5. If you prefer to write it as a decimal, feel free to write it as 4.4 instead if you prefer. Then we need to take that answer and to find our value for x. Probably easiest to fill it into the top one here. So it's going to be x minus 2y, but instead of y this time we're going to write minus 2 by 22 over 5. And then that is equal to minus 6. So then you will see on this side you are left with x minus 44 over 5 is equal to minus 6. 44 over 5 is 8.8. So if we take it over the other side and change the sign, you'll see that x is equal to 2.8. Okay, so you can leave your answers in decimals at the end. If you prefer, you can write it as x is 2.8 and y is 4.4. So what you were trying to find was the point of intersection between the two lines, and now we have done that.